Hello, my name is Mary Labowsky, and I was really fortunate this year to have served as a Nano-sponsored advocate to the AAO Day of Advocacy. Briefly, the AAO Ambassador Program is a collaboration between the AAO, the state ophthalmology societies, ophthalmic subspecialty, and specialized interest societies like NANOS, and the training programs. And it's specifically designed for residents and fellows to increase engagement in advocacy, their state ophthalmology societies, and the AAO. There are many benefits to advocacy. First, to further the goals of our academy in Washington, D.C., to make lasting contacts in congressional offices, to help our academy staff get access to our members of Congress, and to make friends in D.C. This year, over 170 residents and fellows participated as advocacy ambassadors to support patients and our profession. We are part of over 375 ophthalmologists participating in in-person and/or virtual meetings with members of Congress and their healthcare staff. I participated in the Massachusetts Day of Advocacy, and we met with legislators to discuss key issues that are relevant to both ophthalmology and neuro-ophthalmology. Next, I'm going to briefly update you on the key issues from this year's Advocacy Day. First is Medicare physician payment challenges. Practices are still dealing with negative financial impacts of the COVID-19 pandemic, and we as physicians face drastic payment cuts in 2023 as congressional relief from the 2022 cuts expire. There is a statutory physician payment freeze until 2026 under MACRA. And lastly, CMS's decision not to apply the 2021 payment increases to post-op visits negatively impacts ophthalmology and other surgical subspecialties. This is a graph that shows that as Medicare costs have increased in terms of practice costs, both in the inpatient and outpatient setting, physician reimbursement has only increased a minute amount in comparison. The bottom line is that now is not the time for additional cuts. We need a fair and stable Medicare payment system with positive annual updates, and there can be significant cuts in 2023 and beyond if Congress fails to act on our behalf. As physician shortages become more widespread, this will have a negative impact on patients who will have to wait longer and/or travel farther to receive care. We also discussed the onerous prior authorization and step therapy requirements, which delay access to medically necessary health care, and we urge our legislators to act on the Improving Seniors' Timely Access to Care Act in 2022. We emphasize to Congress that patients having to fail first on Medicare Advantage's plan's preferred treatment option could result in vision loss that cannot be restored. Thus, we urge them to co-sponsor the Safe Step Act. We also discussed a few issues that were really important to the Veterans Affairs across the country. There's an important scope battle occurring at the level of the VA, and the Academy is very concerned that important VA safety protocols remain upheld because our veterans, needless to say, deserve the highest quality of care. We also reminded Congress of all the amazing groundbreaking research in vision that has been conducted at the NIH and the NEI and encouraged them to increase funding to both of those organizations. We also asked Congress to increase funding of the Department of Defense's Vision Research Program, which does really exciting research into traumatic eye injury from penetrating wounds and traumatic brain injury-related visual disorders, which ranks second only to hearing loss as the most common injury among the active military. Now the AAO Day of Advocacy is over, there is still many things that you can do to stay active. So first is to donate your time and get engaged with your state ophthalmology society. You can donate money. And lastly, you can develop relationships with your state and federal legislators. For any residents interested, there is this online resident advocacy course available through the AAO. And here is some information about the 3 funds that you could consider donating to: the Surgical Scope Fund, the Off-PAC Fund, and your state IPAC. And please save the date for next year's mid-year forum. Overall, this is a wonderful experience for me as a trainee to learn about all the issues that can potentially impact our patients and to come together with ophthalmology as a whole to fight for them. It was also very empowering to gain the knowledge that there are things that we can do about these issues that detract from the care of our patients. I highly recommend this experience to all other trainees. I know for me, this has hopefully opened a door for a career-long mission in advocacy. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much, Nanos, for your sponsorship.